If I told you that you can make $10,000 into more than $150,000 just by being patient, how would that sound? This is an actual opportunity, and the first step towards it is to get started now. Here are 5 points about why you should start investing already in your 20s, or just as early as possible. So if you're in your 30s or even 40s, it isn't too late, but just start out as early as you can. The first point is time. You'll never have more time left in your life than you have right now, and therefore it's all about getting started now. The reason for this is compounding, the ability to grow an investment by reinvesting the earnings, which Albert Einstein referred to as the eighth wonder of the world. And as he said, the person who understands it will earn from it, and the person who doesn't will pay for it. And he's right. It is one of the easiest ways to grow a little money into a huge amount of money. But how does it work? It's actually really simple, but let's take an example. First off, you'll need to invest your money. Let's say that you're 25 years old and you've saved up $10,000 that you want to invest. Just to make it easy, we'll say that you have a yearly return of 10%. This means that after 1 year, you'll then have $11,000 where you'll still have all of your money invested into, for example, the stock market. Now, next year, it'll give you a return of 10% again, but this time it is 10% of $11,000 instead of $10,000, which then gives you $12,100. So a return of $1,100 instead of $1,000. Then you keep on investing all of your return, and after 3 years, you'll have $13,310. After 5 years, you'll have $16,105. And in 10 years, that'll be $25,937. And then after 30 years, you'll have a stunning $174,494. And this all comes from an investment of just $10,000 and cost of the compound of interest. Pretty insane, and a pretty good candidate of the eighth wonder of the world. What do you think? This was of course with an interest rate of 10%, which is a little higher than the American market have grown for the past 90 years, which is 9.8%, and almost 3% higher than the overall market have grown. But still, here you'll be able to make a really nice return as well. And this is why you should start investing as early as possible. Time is probably your best friend when it comes to investing. The second point is risk tolerance. An investor's age will play a role on how much risk they're able to take. Because when you're in your 20s, a 30% loss won't have the biggest impact on your life because you have so much time for it to recover. This gives you the opportunity to invest more in the stock market, in higher risk stocks, which could potentially also give you a higher reward, without some losses just having a huge impact on how you have to live your life. On the other hand though, if you're 60, you might not have the time for it to recover from a 30% loss, and it might even affect your retirement and what you're able to do with your retirement. You don't have a long time to recover the lost money, and therefore stocks aren't the best option for you. But you might want to look into bonds instead and have a smaller percentage of your portfolio in stocks. This is why you should start out investing early, because as younger you are, your risk tolerance is higher because you can afford to lose some money, and in the long run, you probably will make money, even though you might take some losses in your first couple of years. And the third point is that investing is a learning curve. I would say that investing is one big learning curve. For every day you spend in the market, you get more knowledge and get better at investing. And by starting out young, you'll learn a lot before you get a higher paying job, where potentially a 10% loss or gain matters more because you're investing for more money. I would say that no money is too little to start out investing. It can teach you a bunch, even with just a couple of $100. What I've learned is that as soon as you have your own money invested, you pay way more attention to the market and to the news in the companies that you own stocks in. You'll see what impact their revenue have on their stock price, what news makes it go up and what news makes it go down, what role the society's economy plays on each sector's stock prices, and overall you just pay way more attention into the stock market. You can also go and set up a virtual account and try out trading. I wouldn't recommend this though, because here you often just gamble all of the money you have on the account on a few stocks. And if you go up, great. And if it go down, you just start over. And this is not an option in real life trading. And what I've noticed is that when people use a virtual account, they doesn't take it as serious as when they use their own money. Therefore, I would only recommend this if you have absolutely no money to invest. As I said, just a couple of $100 is okay as a start. It will give you the habit about investing, which is also very important. And is my next point. Making investing a habit. This one could be the point that ends up making you the most amount of money. When you know the power of compound interest every time you buy something, just consider how much could this money be worth in 10 years if I invested instead. This might be super boring, and who even cares about 10 years from now? And the answer to that question is not that many people. Which is why some people only live off their paycheck from month to month, and these people won't ever be able to generate a nice savings account, and they're way too dependable on their 9-to-5 job. Alright, so next time you're going to buy a new TV, a new couch, or some new sneakers, just consider if you actually need this and if it will bring some extra value into your life. If not, why not just keep what you have and then invest your money instead? Let's say that you wanted to buy a new TV for $1,000 and instead you invest this money. It could be worth $2,593 after just 10 years. Your couch could be worth $5,187, and even the money you wanted to spend on a pair of sneakers for $150 could have grown into $398. So keep that in mind next time you go and spend your money. And also just finding cheaper options than what you initially was thinking, and then making it into a habit just to invest the difference. Lastly, you will regret if you don't invest. My last point is for the future you. If you don't invest any money from an early age, when you're able to take risk and your expenses are low, and the power of compound won't ever be as beneficial as it is right now, you'll forever regret not doing it. Investing can give you so many benefits when you get older. It can even make it possible for you to retire some years earlier than everyone else, which I also made my previous video about. So imagine if you in 10 years remembering thinking about investing some of your money in spare, but instead spend it on new phones, TVs, and nice clothes. And now you can see that the market kept rising about 10% per year. And you could have been so wealthy by now. But instead, your phones got outdated, you grew out of your clothes, you'll hate yourself for not investing that money instead. So don't be that person and make wise financial decisions. Alright guys, Remember, you'll never have more time left in your life than you have right now. This is the moment you can benefit from compound interest the most. So take advantage of it. Get started investing, and every time you're spending money, keep in mind the power of compound interest. This will change your way of spending money, and you'll love yourself for it in the future. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel.